Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vichacharana sampanno sugato lokavido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanang buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo sandittiko akaliko passiko opanayiko pacchatang veditabbo vinyuhiti Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Uccupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samici patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang chattari purisa yogani atta purisa puggala Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakkineyo anjali karaniyo anuttarang punyaketang lokassati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good morning, friends. Another beautiful Sunday morning. Actually, today I didn't get a chance to enjoy snow because Chandalal did for me.
Thank you, Chandala.
I think everything is going very well today, well organized. Actually, the last time we missed Ranjan, and now she is back from home. So now things are pretty much easy.
Our mother is here.
So last time I remember. That's fine. So last time I remember we had to go out and organize some necessary things, but this time we got so much convenient and well organized. And the first thing is we feel much comfortable, convenient being here with surrounding all friends. When you came in, you should feel like this is your home, this is your house. It doesn't mean you are going to eat potato chips and watch TV. It means the freedom inside. So one time I visited one of my friends at the hospital, and my friend told me, I cannot sleep well until I sleep on my own bed. Like that. So that kind of atmosphere, the freedom inside us, help us to progress. Our meditation. Silence is not an uncomfortable thing. Silence is also a communication. So in history, the one time a king visited the Buddha at night at the monastery. With his other some friends in the ministry. At that night, in that monastery, there were thousands of monks. But like this, the silence is exactly like this. Then the king asks his minister, you told me that thousands of monks live in this monastery, but I don't hear any sound. At that time, those people also had kind of politics. The king thought it was kind of cheat to kill the king. He thought himself, then all other ministry, they are planning to kill the king in a forest. Then the king had such fear in his mind, because politics like that, it generates suspicion, it generates fear. I think you all are very lucky people, not president and not any ministry, or you live with such freedom. That's what most important in our lives. They live with such freedom, because you inherit that freedom. The two kind of milestones. The birth is opportunity, and then the being awakened, being enlightened, is you use that opportunity to make you alive. Just being born, it doesn't mean a person is alive. It is not enough. A being born is an opportunity. We all got that opportunity. We all use an opportunity to be alive. It means live the life with such freedom. It doesn't mean you can do everything you want. It's not that kind of freedom. Then some people will have to end up their life in the jail. It's not that kind of freedom. The freedom from your all burdens and problems. It's kind of pretty much amazing thing, because for for a person it is not possible to free from all burdens without being enlightened. The enlightenment is kind of another approach. We have to find out the definition, because some people use enlightenment when they are having drugs. Some people think after having some drugs, alcohol, I am enlightened. Not like that. So that's why I mentioned we have to find out its the proper definition. What is being enlightened? What's that freedom in our lives? What does it mean being alive? Because now we think, we feel we alive. Then what are those words? We have to find out ourselves. So the king visited the Buddha, and he realized, and Buddha and all other monks everywhere, because the ministry, those people told the king, look at around you, look at under trees. Look at under trees, and a lot of monks are meditating. When the king looked around and he saw the hundred of monks meditating silently under trees. The silence is not difficult. For some people, talking is difficult, not silence. Talking is difficult. For some people, noisy is difficult. Then we become to know these all are the burdens in the mind. Why you attach to silence? If you attach to silence, noisy make you uncomfortable. When you attach to noise and talking and things, the silence makes you uncomfortable. The famous meditation master Ajahn Chah says, don't bother the noisy, because it's happening itself and you are here yourself, nothing, any connection. Why we want to create a connection in between noisy and we and us? They are the separate things. The noisy and we are the separate things. When we observe that reality, we can see those wonderful phenomena in our lives. The such freedom we all can experience with the meditation. When I am talking with 20 years of experience in my life, I realize meditation is not walking away from problems. Sometimes when I see the world, I can see a lot of people use the meditation as a device to walk away from problems. I realized the true aspect of meditation. To see the reality of those burdens instead of being away from problems, instead of walking away from problems, instead of hating problems, instead of rejecting problems. The meditation is such an invisible device to find out, experience the reality of those burdens. According to my experience, this is the true aspect of meditation. The fact is, we cannot refuse what we have. If I ask somebody, you can reject your illness, you can reject your death, you can reject your old age, you can reject such kind of other miseries in your lives. If you can, you are. Such divine being. But my experience, we cannot reject what we face in our day-to-day life because it is there. Then how somebody can walk away from that? That's the miracle. That's the miracle things. If somebody is going to be success, going to enjoy his her meditation, according to my experience, is walking into own dark room. In that dark room, the being more comfortable. So I share my one experience with you before. When I was a child, I was afraid of darkness at night. When I was in the light and when I look at the darkness, it's pretty much dark. So then I went to darkness. When I went to walk to darkness outside, I realized there is no difference light and darkness. Because when you are in that darkness, you can see everything around you. Like the same light. The same light, when you spend the few minutes, 5-10 minutes in darkness, you can see. Phenomena around you. You can see trees and everything, the same like the day. So just being afraid of the darkness, it is just a concept inside the mind, not experience. The reality itself. The reality is not dark as we think. The reality is joyful because all awakened, enlightened people lived in the reality and expressed their words to the world to experience the reality. When we listen to their words, sometimes we cannot imagine such the wise words that they have given to the world. Even today, the million of people read what they have preached to, given to the people. Because they experience such happiness, peace, freedom in their life. Not only that, the wise, the wisdom. Such beautiful. The million of people are following those teachers, because they have given something wonderful to the society, to the people. And such peace, happiness, wisdom, they express to their words, even their expression through the body. When you look at Jesus, you feel love. When you look at the Buddha, you feel love, compassion, peace. Even when you read those words, even when you listen to those words, what is happening inside you? And you are becoming relaxed, you are becoming calm down. So what's the miracle in there? Because it is so much difficult to share an experience. We always try to share what we experience, but it is not a successful communication. Sometimes the powerful communication is silence. I know some teachers remain in silence in their whole lives. They just spoke few words. So people came to those teachers and they were in silence, nothing else. The whole teachings contain in that presence, contain in that silence. I am talking years and years just because I am foolish.
Bhante, that's such a beautiful idea that student and teacher can be together there. But usually, like, the student is coming from their confusion, and so we have to talk so that the teacher can help the student with the confusion. So we can ideal the silence is so beautiful, but I think today we still need to talk and ask questions.
Of course, of course. Yeah,
But it's beautiful.
yes. I just made a joke. Uh, so one time, a person came to the temple and asked the monk, "Can I stay a few days at the temple?" And he said, "Yes, the more rooms you can stay." The where I stay in Sri Lanka, it is like 8 acres land. And even and in Thailand, and those temples are very huge. And then monk was happy, and he was little bit sad, and because he got some problems uh, in the family. So then he spent few days at the temple, and after few days he told the monk, now I'm going back to home. So during that period of time, he found all answers. Then monk realized himself, and okay, and now you may go back to your family with happy mind. Sometimes the time silence can heal. Those burdens, problems in our minds. So we need some time to relax, stay in silence. Sometime play in the garden. Sometimes play with children. Sometimes work in the community. They are the powerful things, and the people really enjoy those moments. As a result of those actions and atmosphere surrounding, it can heal mind and body. And we communicate peace, we communicate happiness. When we listen to those words, it brings enormous happiness into our beings. We are here to experience such beauty in our existence. Here means this earth. Here means in this body. Here means in this life. as long as alive those teachings, as long as able to listen to those words. The Buddha clearly mentioned this teaching is not going to be here forever. One day it is going to disappear. One day it is going to disappear, then misery will take place. So, even his teachings is not permanent phenomena. He said, right now you have all opportunities in your life. The only thing we have to use those device, all the necessary equipments are there for us. And we can use those devices in order to make peace in us. Such a beautiful world, such beautiful people, such beautiful life. Accept all those things as a Valentine gift. Thank you for listening. Any comments, questions, please?
So what you're saying is it's not always talking. Sometimes it's just being silent and helps you work through your hard times by being silent and letting time pass. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it is a great device. So I have mentioned this story before, share with you. A father at his last time, he called his only son because mother has passed away. 10 years old son. His father was a person spiritually growth, no any regret in front of the death. Because the death is like a shine room, you have to enter with happy mind, with no regrets. If you are sad, you shouldn't go there. So the father called his 10 years old son and told him, "This is my last moment. I have to tell you something. When somebody make you angry, you are not going to answer at the moment. You have to wait 24 hours. After 24 hours, you are going to answer." That was everything for his son, 10 years old son. Finally, the father passed away, and after a few decades, he became a great guru, teacher, master in India. The very piece of advice: if somebody make you angry, wait 24 hours. That's all. That's everything.
So one day, yesterday morning, one friend called and said all her troubles, crying, 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 crying. So I listened for a long time, crying, crying, and then I said to her, "You have a path, you have a practice. I recommend you go to that. You have listened to this, now try listening to that." And this is the thing, right? Overwhelmed by all these troubles. We think that's all there is. But in 24 hours, what about those troubles? They can't stay. But the mind is build them up so big, so awful. Next day, not so bad. But we have a practice. And practice is making a lot more sense than all those troubles. Practice is always the same. Go back and so 24 hours is wonderful practice.
Yes, it's really wonderful. Thank you for your questions and comments and sharing your experience, wisdom with your friends.